Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Mr. Hassan, and hello, my friends. Today, I want to explain some theory of discourse analysis about review of the research critical discourse analysis of Martin Luther King's speech in socio-political perspective. And the scope of discussion from this material, there are the first, the author of the article, second, main content or framework of the article, the third, advantages of the article, and the last is critique of the article. For the first section is the author of the article. The article was written by two authors with following information. The first, Muhammad Aslam Sipra, Assistant Professor Department of GRC English, GCC King Abdulaziz University, PO Box 80283 21589, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And for email, aslamsipra@yahoo.com. And for the second author is Associate Assistant Professor, Faculty of English and Language, Literature and Applied Linguistics, National University of Modern Language, Islamabad, Pakistan. And for the email, athar.gs@gmail.com. And for the background, Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Movement, led by figures such as Martin Luther King Jr., aimed to end racial discrimination, fighting for equal political and social rights for all people, especially for African Americans. Speech of I Have Dream. This speech emphasizes King's dream of society free from racism and discrimination, where our people and followed regardless of their skin color, defense of suffrage. An essential aspect of King's struggle was his fight for equal suffrage for all citizens of the United States. In this context, King's speech mattered because he became a leading voice in the struggle for civil rights, drove significant social change, and inspired millions of people worldwide with his powerful vision and rhetoric. And for the objective of this article is to explore the speeches of Martin Luther King Jr. from the perspective of critical discourse analysis with a focus on the socio-political context to deepen our understanding of the power of language, rhetoric, and the socio-political change that speech generates. The next is research methodology. There are several in it. The first is research design is descriptive, qualitative. The second, source data is from King Martin Luther's speech. The technique that used for the data collection is critical discourse analysis. And the last, the technique that used for data analysis is qualitative analysis. The systematic discussion. The researcher has explained that analysis process based on the following three aspects. The first is text analysis, the second context analysis, and the last discourse practice and socio-political aspect of speech analysis. For the next is advantages of the article. There are three of the several critical. The first is depth of understanding. This article demonstrates a strong understanding of relevant social, political, and discourse theories, which enrich its research and analysis. And second, disclosure of hidden aspect. This article can reveal an analysis symbol, contradiction, and thought that are not immediately apparent in Martin Luther King's speech, which can provide new insights into the socio-political significance of this speech. And the last is critical awareness. Critical discourse analysis emphasizes critical awareness of language and the social focus contained in it. And the last section of the critical discourse analysis is critique of the article. The first is researcher subjectivity. This article might become subjective if the researchers do not maintain distance and objectivity in their analysis. And the second, lack of comparison with other texts that have a socio-political context according to Martin Luther King's speech. And the last is inconsistency of lack of analysis. If the article does not provide an in-depth and detailed interpretation of key element of Martin Luther King's speech, or if the analysis is inconsistent in keeping the focus on a socio-political perspective, criticism of deficiency may be made. Maybe enough of my explanation today. Thank you for the attention. Any mistake, I apologize, and the last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.